Welcome to Guinea Pig Jungle. So last week I showed you guys the demolition and the painting and then the whole cage rebuild. Today I'm actually gonna show you the finished product, the whole room, the whole kit and caboodle. So I'm gonna start off by showing you how I organized everything, because that was just like my main goal with this renovation for myself, was to get better organized. So I'm excited to show you guys how I got better organized. And then of course, like the pigs. They're the main reason I did it. So here's my walk-in closet. This used to be David's place. I used to have a sign that actually said David's place. But now it's a closet. You guys might remember this once lived in the hallway, and now it actually lives in the pig room. It has my linens in it for the pigs. There we go, all their clean linens. And then I have my liners on top of it right here. And in this small basket, I have my smaller liners that I like to use. And then these are all my mats. These are I got from the pig room. The rest I got from Target. I use these a lot. And then up here, I just have my like Heidi tunnels and soft squishy stuff that they like to run around and nestle on. I feel like they like to sleep on top of them more than they like to sleep in them. But that's fine. Moving on to our essentials station is what I call it. This is our air purifier. This is my little 3-tier IKEA rolling rack. I have their pellets on the top. This is really nice because just in the mornings I can just go boop, and then I have everything right here. I've got their forage, and I just have, and their pea flakes that I like to sprinkle in. I just can set everything down like this. Bam, 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 and I'm just cooking. Look at that, cooking, bam. Bam. That's me cooking, because I don't cook, but that's essentially what I would look like if I was to cook. That's really nice. And then I have like my hay mats and my straw Heidi's. I call them hay mats, but I guess they're straw. In the bottom tier, I've got treats, my extra forage, like more stimulation, I call these. They're just big hay bowls. This is what I clean my cages with. This actually now just has like vinegar and water in it. And my paper towels, I leave these in here because there's always something to wipe down. I just feel like every pig room needs like a dustpan and a little brush, and probably a little handheld vacuum. Comes in handy with loose hay everywhere, because there is always loose hay everywhere. So I pour this into here, and then from here I pour these into the water bottle, because I have weak wrists and this glass, when it's really full, is too heavy for me. So that's just what works for me. And then in this 3 little drawer system, I have just enrichment and toys. It's like our stimulation station. And then I have all of our extra bowls down here. And this last drawer is my health kit station. This is where all the things are: meds, vitamin C, CBD, our little powder in case we hit the quicks, all the care stuff. This underneath storage section has just been like the biggest game changer for me.
Is it nice having that?
Yeah. It makes so I don't have to keep the hay in the hallway. It's like just, now there's no actual hay sprawled out in the hallway. It's just in here, which makes it a lot easier for me. My friend Austin from the pig room actually designed this for me. He actually, I should say, helped with the whole layout. The only thing that I added to the layout was these pop-out parts here, here, and here. Essentially, he was like, you should do this storage area underneath, and he has it on his system. I'm so thankful that he drew that in, because it's been so awesome. So under here I have my hay, and this is my dirty hay pile. When I'm cleaning things, I dump all the like soiled hay and poop in here. And then underneath this section over here, I have all of my carriers. I have carriers inside carriers. So inside all the bigger carriers are more carriers. I do recommend that you keep your carriers in a place that's like really easy for you to access, because just in a case of emergency, like a fire or some kind of situation and you need to get them out quickly, you want to be able to have your carriers like in a place that's really easy to reach. Now I get to show you all of my like really fun guinea pig flair, or just flair in general. I love decor. Josh put these shelves up for me, you know, just so I could add like knickknacks, because I just have so many that are so cute and I really just needed shelves to showcase them. All right, so as most of you guys know, I do have like an entire herd named after Schitt's Creek. So we have, you know, David and Alexis and Johnny and Moira, because we've got them in here, so it's relevant. And then all my Rendale, look at all my Rendale stuff. It's so good. And then of course, Sweet Hippie and my Sweet Henry Pickles. Over here, Josh's mom actually painted me this. How cute is that? That's Bebe and Alexis. And then my friend's mom stitched this of Figgy. Figgy actually was like really popular. A lot of people did some arts of Figgy. Over here, Alyssa from Alyssa and Pets. She has done all of my boys' portraits. I really love that it's all of my boys and they're all in the same style. I think it's so cute. And then over here we have Gigi. This is honestly my favorite piece. She's very controversial, but I love her. She's gorgeous, she's beautiful, she's shining just like she does in real life. Figgy again. Figgy, and more Figgy. And then this is my Rendale print. They sent me this like a month ago and it is just like the final to the pig room. I mean, it's just so great. It's centered on this wall. Just two little piggies sharing a snack. I just love it so much. Now it's time for the best part, their cages, which is like what it's all about today, really. So this is Johnny and Moira's cage. Johnny is a female. Don't let her name fool you. That's why it's spelled with an I, because she's a female. She's my beaver. I don't know if you can see her. Moira is my sassy pants. I mean, she's very much like Moira from Schitt's Creek, but just the guinea pig version. All of my cages kind of have sort of the same things in them. I just have them set up according to how the pigs are. And what I mean by that is what their favorite sleep places are, or what their favorite things to sleep in or on are, who likes to be covered more. They mainly all consist of the same objects. They're just laid out differently. Because Johnny is one of my bigger pigs, she has the jumbo piggy bunk bed. So this is the jumbo size, which she absolutely loves it, and she can literally fit in it perfectly. They both also really like these Frisco houses, so I try to have at least one Frisco house and one of the bunk beds. Whichever one is in, then the other one is in the other one. And they do like to be near each other, so I kind of keep the beds as close to them as I can so that they can be as close to each other as they can. So next is Gigi and Frenchie's cage. They are next to Moira and Johnny. Oh, you moved. Hi, little lady. Here's my little pillowcase covers. These are actually kind of like on all of the cages normally, but we took them off for filming so you can see everyone. I'll show you what we have under here. So under here, I have another piggy bunk bed and another car washer, which someone has taken their little chew and hidden it under there with their little turds. Normally I have a pillowcase like right here too over this hay station. For these pigs, if you notice how I have the hay station not up against the wall, it's because Frenchie and Gigi like to sleep in these corners and like pull out and nest versus having it flipped this way. They really like to be hidden all the time.
What are you doing?
We're haying it.
Haying it?
Yeah, we're making a nest. This is what they like. They like to nest. Hence all the doo-doos that I just took out of here. She likes the new hay.
Smoke it.
So, again, same things are in all the cages. They're just set up according to like what their style is. And then it goes like this. And then they feel nice and safe. This is where Gigi stays. This is her lair. She always has a lair, no matter what her layout cage is. There she is. Hi, Gigi-kins. Oh, bye, Gigi-kins. So these are they're both bunk bed girls. They love the bunk beds. Oh. Get her back. Get her back, Gigi, get her back. So in each cage, I have at least 2 water bottles because everybody picks a favorite water bottle. So we have more than one to choose from. So now we have Figgy and Olive. Their setup is kind of funny because they're kind of like my army pigs. If you notice, they're both hidden, what I call like in their little trenches. This is what she does. Olive has to be in these little hay baskets. I call them hay baskets, hay Heidies, straw Heidies. I don't really know what you call them. She likes to eat the base. And then she likes it so that they come and fall over top of her like this. And then she flips them up like that. And she'll like carry them around with her to different spots. So that's just her thing. Oh, there we go. So she likes them to have it so it folds like that. So it's like really covering over top of her. And then she'll just go boop and then pop out. And now Figgy, he's in here. So the reason I have this tunnel all the way up to the hay is because he'll usually drag it and take the tunnel to it. There he goes, because he's under it. And this is just their thing. Never would I have ever set up this station like this, but this is what they want. So this is what they do. And as you can see, Olive, I literally, not even 5 minutes ago, took all of this food and put it in the bowl. And it's like a game we play. It's like I clean it up and she immediately comes over and just tips it over. Just this one little pop out has made such a difference with this layout because it's like given their hay area its own space. Otherwise, you know, it would have just gone straight and they would have just like dead end into the hay. But now it's like they have more space to like really get up and run, you know? I don't really know, but that's how I feel about it. All right, let's take it downstairs to our downstairs crew. So my herd's cage is down on the bottom. This is Alexis, David, Bebe, and MJ. I was initially really worried about this space not being big enough for them because previously they just had kind of like the whole floor space and the closet. Like they just had a lot of room. So they definitely downsized, but it really is such a good amount of space and it's just safer for them all around because now I'm not walking around in their cage, just stomping around. So another thing I was initially worried about too was the light down under here, but Josh installed these sort of like strip LED lights that have a dimmable feature on them so I can make them super, super bright and then I can dull them down really low. So what I like to do is sort of mimic the day with them. So in the morning and like in the afternoon, I turn them up like pretty bright. This is the time where like the sun's out and it's bright. So I try to keep it bright down here as it would be like in the rest of the room. And then, you know, as the evening comes, I like dim it down and then nighttime, I dim it almost all the way down, but still light enough so that they have a glow in here so they can see. And it has really been a big game changer because I initially wasn't gonna do lights. And then when Josh put them in, I was like, yeah, the lights were definitely a thing we needed for sure. Josh and I also are talking about getting a therapy lamp. He's just researching to figure out which one we're gonna get. Some people call them different things. Some people call them like depression lights or a mood light, or therapy light, but essentially it's a light that mimics sort of like the sun for seasonal depression.
To help their circadian rhythm.
I'll let him say it in the nerdy way that he likes to say it. It's like the sun without the cancer. So next week's video is gonna be a cage clean. I'm actually curious and would like to know from you guys, would you rather see more time lapses or less time lapses? Let me know in the comments. Love you guys, see you next time.